Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Langlit Guide. I am Professor Balasaheb Rohukle and you are watching a video on a humorous short story, The Engine Trouble, written by an eminent Indian short story writer R.K. Narayan. It's my humble request to subscribe the channel and press the bell icon button to receive notification of a new video. Please do not hesitate to give your valuable suggestions in the comment box. I hope you would enjoy this video. If you like it, please share it with your friends and well-wishers. Let's start now. First, let's know about the life and work of R.K. Narayan. The full name of R.K. Narayan is Rashipuram Krishnaswamy Iyer Narayan Swamy. He is one of the leading first generation English novelist and short story writer. He is famous for simple language, realistic setting, and memorable characters. His works have been translated into several Indian and European languages. Majority of his stories take place in Malgudi, an imaginary town created by him. Swamy and Friends, The Man-Eater of Malgudi, The Financial Expert, The Bachelor of Arts, The English Teacher, The Dark Room, Mr. Sampath, Waiting for the Mahatma, The Vendor of Sweets, The World of Nagaraj, The Guide are some of his world-famous works. The Guide was adapted for film and won a Filmfare Award. The Financial Expert gave him Sahitya Academy Award. He was also awarded with Padma Vibhushan and Padma Bhushan, India's second and third highest civilian awards. He is nominated to the Rajya Sabha, the upper house of Indian Parliament, for the period 12th of May 1986 to 11th of May 1992. He is compared to the American novelist William Faulkner for his sympathetic humanism and celebration of ordinary life. His writing style is close to Graham Greene, his mentor, and Guy de Maupassant, the famous English short story writer. As far as the story is concerned, The Engine Trouble is a delightful story. It is taken from his Malgudi days, a collection of short stories. It sets in Malgudi, an imaginary town. Middle-class, unnamed talkative man is the narrator of this story. He lives on rent with his wife. The story depicts how the road engine becomes headache and source of problems in his life. It affects his personal, emotional, and social life. The story is a hilarious series of misfortunes which occurs when the protagonist, means hero, or the central character or main character, wins a road engine in a fair in Malgudi. He attempts to get rid of the engine and becomes a funny and humorous character. The story begins with flashback technique. Gaiety Land of the fair sets up on the Gymkhana ground of Malgudi. People from all over the district pay visit to this fair. Number of booths are set to entertain the people. It was the only source of entertainment in those days. The visitors never hesitate to spend in each booth. The mood of the visitors prospered the proprietor or the owner of the booths. Performance of parrot, doom of death, lotteries, and shooting galleries are the chief attraction of the fair. At night, the ground glitters with banners, decorations, and colored lamps. The narrator of the story, that is the talkative man, visits the lottery booth. Prizes like pin cushions, swing machines, cameras, and a road engine attract the attention of the visitors. The talkative man spends 8 annas, means 50 paisas, and buys a lottery ticket. At evening, the showman draws a lucky ticket numbered 1005. The narrator possesses the counter half of the ticket and he becomes the lucky person and wins the road engine. His happiness knows no bounds. Unfortunately, neither he nor anyone in Malgudi knows how to drive the road engine. In addition to it, he does not have sufficient space to park it. He requests the showman to help to transport it. But the showman has already paid 105 rupees to carry the engine here. He also sends the driver back and he shows the notice which mentions that it is the responsibility of the winner to carry the engine at his own cost. Finally, the showman agrees to keep it till the end of the fair. The narrator is congratulated by his friends and well-wishers. According to them, he can make money by selling it as scrap iron. Being fell in love with the engine, he pays a regular visit to the ground. He loves the shining brass parts of it. He stands near the engine and pats it lovingly. He fails to understand what to do with the road engine. As the festival is over, the empty ground litters with torn streamers and paper decorations. The engine is still there. The municipality sends a notice to remove it immediately. The narrator is in dilemma. He decides to pay the rent of the ground, and for his house he pays 4 rupees a month. But for the empty ground he pays 30 rupees for 3 months. It is not an affordable amount for him. It cuts his slender budget. He makes his wife nervous by selling her belongings to pay the debts. The narrator becomes a funny and fussy character in Malgudi. He is annoyed to answer his wife and people in Malgudi. Though the engine makes him bankrupt, he never loses the hope. He plans to sell it. To fulfill the plan, he pays visit to the secretary of the local cosmopolitan club and municipal chairman. He requests them to buy the engine. The secretary explains his problems and shows no interest. Being a talkative, he has a quarrel with the municipal chairman. The chairman becomes angry at him and gives him another notice to vacate the ground for the cattle show. The narrator gets ultimatum of 24 hours to remove the engine. He meets the taxi drivers, bus drivers, as well as railway engine drivers to help. But they are also unaware to drive the road engine. Means they have no experience to drive the road engine. Finally, the narrator visits the priest of the local temple and narrates his problem. The priest shows sympathy at him. He becomes ready to offer the service of the temple elephant to pull the engine. The narrator also agrees to pay 7 rupees for it. The priest advises him to hire 50 coolies to push the engine behind. The narrator gives green signal for it. He becomes ready to spend 8 annas per head. It is also decided to take the help of Joseph, the dismissed bus driver. He also plans to take the engine to his friend's field until it gets a customer. Next day, Joseph takes the charge of the driving seat. The temple elephant is yoked to the engine with a stout ropes. 50 men are ready to push the engine. Proper instructions are given to all. A huge crowd stands around to watch the scene. The narrator becomes happy when the engine becomes start. But when it comes on the road, it starts to vibrate and move in zigzag manner. Lack of coordination makes the engine bang on the opposite compound wall. The crowd shouts loudly. The elephant dislikes the uproar and behavior of the crowd. It trumpets loudly. It strains and snaps the ropes. The confused elephant kicks down the compound wall. The 50 men are afraid and flee in panic. The owner of the compound comes ahead and slaps the narrator. He complains against the narrator in the police station. The police appear in the scene and arrest the narrator. Finally, he is released from the lockup on certain conditions. He is asked to pay for the damaged compound, wages of Joseph, and the hired 50 coolies. He is also asked to pay for medicine of the injured elephant. Finally, he is asked to remove the engine from the place immediately. The narrator thinks to disappear from Malgudi to avoid the creditors. The engine becomes the topic of discussion and fun among the people of Malgudi. His wife feels it insulting. She loses her temper and rebukes him. She threatens him to write to her father and go away with him. Thus, the engine becomes a bone in the throat. Once, the municipal chairman arranges a free show of a yogic Swamiji in the small town of Malgudi. The narrator watches the yogic feat of the Swamiji from the gallery. The Swamiji eats glasses, lies on spike boards, gargles and drinks acids, lick white-hot iron rods, and chew and bites sharp nails. He has a mastery to stop his heartbeat. He buries himself underground and he wants to show the power of yoga. He performs it not to gain money but to serve humanity. To perform the masterpiece, the Swamiji is in demand of a road engine. He wants to drive the road engine over his chest. He demands the road engine to the chairman. The chairman looks shameful and feels ashamed because he has no road engine. The narrator stands in the gallery. He proudly shouts, "Don't ask him for an engine, ask me." He becomes an important person. Swamiji assures him to solve his problem through his trained assistant who can handle any kind of road engine. Swamiji assures or promises to drive the engine where the narrator wants to carry it. The narrator sees a ray of hope and he thinks that his problem is going to be end very soon. The program starts and Swamiji calls for 2 pillows. He places one near his head and the other at his feet. He instructs his assistant to run the road engine on the chalk marks made on his chest. He lies down on the pillow. He closes his eyes and says, "Om." The engine steams proudly and the narrator becomes overjoyed. The crowd watches the show tensely. But suddenly, a police inspector comes at the show. He has a brown envelope in his hand. It is the order of the magistrate. The order prohibits him to swallow potassium cyanide and run engine over his chest. Red with anger, the Swamiji says that he had already performed the show for a number of times. He wants to prove the power of yoga. But the inspector asks him to do it outside his jurisdiction. Swamiji leaves the place with his assistant angrily. The narrator requests the assistant to drive the engine over to the field, but the angry assistant denies to do it so. The narrator plans to leave Malgudi. Unexpectedly, on that night, earthquake comes to help and rescue him. It destroys the town in northern India. Malgudi becomes the victim of the earthquake. Doors and windows rattle at night and people are thrown out of their beds. Next morning, the narrator, the talkative man, goes to see the engine. He finds that the engine is not there. He prays the God to save him from any fresh complications. He starts to search it, and due to the earthquake, the engine rests fit like a cock on a disused well. The well belongs to the owner of the compound. The municipality harasses him to close the well. He thanks the narrator and his engine as well as the earthquake. He becomes ready to pay all the debts of the narrator and withdraw the complaints. Thus, the narrator gets rid of the engine. In this way, the story is a pen picture of the contemporary society. It appeals to our five senses. It contains light humor. It has an apt, suggestive, and suitable title. Practicality, hope, luck, responsibility, and authority are its themes. It is a comical series of misfortunes in the narrator's life. His attempts to get rid of an engine retain a suspense. Luck stands for him a double-edged sword. It plays a vital role in the story. The ticket, the Swamiji, and the earthquake are some examples of luck in the story. The prize becomes a calamity, and calamity becomes a real prize. First-person narration and the flashback technique makes the story interesting and realistic. I hope you like this video. Do not forget to like and share it with your friends. Thank you to spare time with me.